Hi, my friends, and a happy new year to you. It's your tour guide to the wrestling side, me, Preston E. And on this video, we're going to take a look at my list for John Cena's hoped-for top 10 retirement tour matches. Let's do this! Ow! First up, we will explore an old rivalry for John Cena's retirement tour with Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens first made a huge splash on the WWE main roster on the May 18th episode 2015 of Raw. Nearly a decade ago, dear Lord, I feel old. On this episode, he responded to John Cena's U.S. title open challenge, where he attacked John Cena instead of fighting for the U.S. title. He then dissed the U.S. title by stomping on it. A feud was set up between the two that carried on through the summer of that year. Owens beat Cena cleanly in a non-title match at the Elimination Chamber in 2015. A rematch at that year's Money in the Bank show showed Cena winning and Owens attacking him after the match. Spoiled sport. The feud between the two blew off at that year's Battleground for the U.S. Championship, in which Cena won and retained the U.S. title via submission. KO was now in psycho mode again, and this feud would be very interesting indeed. These two have a deep history and an intense rivalry, which could very well be visited again in 2025, 10 years later. Again, my God, I feel old. Granted, Kevin Owens is currently on the SmackDown roster, and I'm not sure if Cena's retirement tour will be exclusively seen on Raw. I hope not, I don't have Netflix. But I can see John Cena, see what I did there, going over to SmackDown for such a feud. A Cena retirement tour is just too big for one show after all. Make it happen. Speaking of John Cena's retirement tour being too big for just one show, how about Cena going over to NXT for a match against Obafemi? Obafemi is a rising star, with this big bruising behemoth taking on a star of the caliber of Cena. This could shoot him into a whole new stratosphere. Obafemi is a bright star in the making, and what better way to put the shine on him than going up against the one who's so bright he can't be seen. R-Truth and John Cena battled each other way back in 2011 when R-Truth was a pretty serious hill. Hard to believe there was such a time, seeing how much of a fun-loving goofball R-Truth is now. It was during this feud, though, that R-Truth began to snap and show some of the more outlandish sides of his character, like complaining about little Jimmy and dressing as a Confederate soldier, saying, "When little Jimmy comes marching home again." John Cena defeated R-Truth at WWE Capital Punishment in 2011, and it was shortly thereafter that R-Truth started getting a little bit loopy, as he must have hit his head pretty hard during that feud, as he now refers to Cena as his childhood hero. A match between R-Truth and his childhood hero, John Cena, could be fun, but I can see the two teaming together as well. Jacob Fatu, in my opinion, and the opinions of many fans, has the biggest upside of all the new Bloodline members. He reminds me a lot of the monstrous hills like Umaga, who Cena used to battle with back in the day. Speaking of wild psycho heelish Samoans, Fatu battling and beating Cena could definitely be a springboard for his career to go to the next level long after his time in the Bloodline is over. Cody Rhodes, perhaps more than anyone else on WWE's current roster, is the most pure babyface, much like John Cena was for years on WWE during his lengthy run. This could very well be a passing of the torch moment if a match between John Cena as an All-American babyface and another All-American babyface, Cody Rhodes, were to wrestle. Or perhaps it could be a precursor for Cody Rhodes turning to a heelish Homelander type of villain that has been talked about by many wrestling fans of possibly happening. CM Punk battling John Cena seems like an obvious match to be on the cards for Cena's 2025 retirement tour, due to the history those two have together. Cena and Punk battled a good number of times between 2009 and 2013. Their first one-on-one match happened on Raw on November 23, 2009, which saw Cena defeating Punk. Their last match together happened on Raw on February 25, 2013, as a WWE Heavyweight title match as Cena once again defeated Punk. These two teaming up or battling one another could very well be in the cards for 2025, as Punk expressed interest in it. Punk is one of Cena's best rivalries and vice versa. Bronson Reed is a agile monster of a man and reminds me of some of the monstrous hills Cena used to battle back in the day. Reed versus Cena is yet another case of a possible rivalry helping catapult a rising wrestler to even greater heights, like the heights of Reed on the top rope for a tsunami splash. Just please stay away from the top of that cage, Reed. Braun Breaker in many ways reminds me of Cena as a muscle-bound, high-impact wrestler who was once a former football player. They both favor a high, intense powerhouse style, and a match between these two could be the show stealers of a John Cena retirement tour. And yes, I know I'm sounding like a broken record, but if you're looking for an up-and-comer wrestling star being brought to the next level, this could be the match or feud to do it for Big Braun Breaker. Gunther! Cena versus Gunther, or Gunther if you prefer, reminds me of the old-school villainous foreign wrestler going up against the all-star American hero. With Gunther currently holding the World Heavyweight Championship, a match between he and Cena would have a lot of intrigue to it, as Cena would be building toward a record-breaking 17 world title reign. Does Cena need the world title number 17? No, of course not, but the intrigue of such a match alone would add extra spice to such a burrito of a match. My God, I'm hungry now. And I'm not even going to say a Gunther victory would catapult an already catapulted career to the next level. That would be redundant of me, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? And finally, we get John Cena versus Randy Orton. To me and a lot of wrestling fans, Orton is Cena's arguably greatest rival and vice versa. Both came into the WWE at the same time in 2002 as part of the Ruthless Aggression movement and have wrestled each other countless times over the years, nay, decades. To me, there is no better final match in John Cena's retirement tour to end on than this match against Randy Orton with a big W for Cena. Well, that about does it for me. Know of any wrestlers that I forgot about that you would like to see John Cena up against in his 2025 retirement tour, like Seth Rollins perhaps? Let me know in the comments down below. And please like, sub, and share. I've been Preston E. Garrison, and like John Cena says, I'm out of here. Actually, he says, the champ is here.